press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, we have been discussing about the chapter changes around us, and also we have studied the different types of changes. Changes is the law of the nature. See, different types of changes as I told, in which natural change and the artificial change is there. See, natural change are those change, I will write here. Natural change and artificial change. See, natural changes are those changes which is brought about by the nature and which can be occur as its own are called as natural change. And the next one is the artificial change or the man-made change. See, artificial change or the man-made change are those change which can be brought about by the man and can be controlled by the man are called as artificial change or the man-made change. See, example for the natural changes are alternation of day and night, falling of the rainfall, sprouting of the seeds. These are all some examples for the natural change. Whereas the artificial changes are those changes which can be brought about by the man and can be controlled by the man. Such a changes are called as man-made change or the artificial change. Examples are food to be cooked. In our hand is there to control the flame. See, next one is the boiling of the milk or boiling of the water. In our hand is there, we can control the boiling of the water. See, these are some examples for the man-made change, and the burning of paper is also in our hand is there. We can control the burning of paper. See, such a change are called as man-made change. And the next one is the slow and fast change. Slow and fast change. See, as the name only indicates, slow and the fast change. Those changes which occur in the slow manner are called as slow change, and those changes which takes place very fast, very quickly manner it will takes place, and such a change are called as fast changes. In slow changes, examples are milk to be set into curd, it takes around 3 hours to set the milk, and the earth revolves around the sun, it takes 1 year. And see, these are the examples for the slow change, and the fast change are those change which we can't be measure the time taken, and it is difficult to take the time taken. Such a changes are called as fast change. Examples of the breaking of the glass and the bursting of the balloon. See, these are the examples for the fast change. And the third one is the periodic and non-periodic change. See, periodic changes are those changes which repeat themselves at each interval of the time. This is the example, this is called the periodic change, and the non-periodic change are those changes which do not repeat themselves at a equal or the regular interval of the time. Such a changes are called as periodic, non-periodic changes. Example for the periodic change is the motion of the sieving, and the non-periodic changes are the example for disaster. These are some examples of the periodic change as well as the non-periodic change. See, in today's class we will start about the some more changes which is related to this chapter. See, in which one, first one is the desirable change. And see, desirable change are those changes which some of the changes which are we want them to happen or takes place, and some changes are useful to us, and such changes are called as desirable change. See, desirable changes are those changes which are useful to us and we want them to happen. Such changes are called as desirable change. Desirable changes. Some changes which are useful to us and we want them to happen are called as desirable change. Examples for the desirable change: plants to grow, fruits to ripen. These are the examples for the desirable change, and some more examples will be there: food to be cooked and wet clothes to be dry up. These are the examples for the desirable change. Food to be cooked, wet cloths to dry. See, these are some examples for the desirable change. See, desirable change are those change which are useful to us, and we want them to happen or takes place. Such changes are called as desirable changes. Example for the desirable changes are plant to grow. See, we want to grow the plants, and this is one of the example of a desirable change. And the fruits to be ripen, and foods to be cooked, and wet clothes to dry up. These are few examples for the desirable change. See, once again I will tell you some changes which are useful to us and we want them to happen or that takes place. We call it as a desirable change. See, next one is the undesirable changes. Next one is the undesirable change. As the name only indicates, undesirable. See, some changes which is non-useful to us and we want them to not happen to these or not takes place these changes, and such changes are called as undesirable change. See, some changes are harmful to us. Some changes are harmful to us, and also we don't want to takes place or happen are called as undesirable change. See, undesirable changes are those changes which are harmful to us and we don't want them to happen. We don't want them to happen or that takes place. Such changes are called as undesirable changes. Example for the undesirable changes is accident, spoiling of the food, these are the example for the undesirable change. See, some changes are harmful to us and we don't want them to happen or that takes place are called as undesirable change. Example for the undesirable changes are accidents and also spoiling of the food. Spoiling of the food, if we take, it means we feel illness and disorder and symptoms will be seen. See, it is dangerous and also it is harmful to inhale. We take the food items, such spoiling food items is harmful and also it creates a disorder in our body. And accident is also the undesirable change which we don't want them to happen. See, these are the examples for the undesirable change. See, as I told, spoiling of the food. Spoiling of the food can be controlled or prevented by keeping the food items in the refrigerator. Spoiling of food prevented by keeping the food items in refrigerator. See, undesirable change, once again we can convert it into desirable one by keeping the food items or the before spoiling the food items, we keep the food items in the refrigerator so that we can prevent the spoiling of the food, where the microorganisms which we prevent by growing in the food items. And one more is there, we can prevent the rusting of the iron article. See, undesirable changes are those changes which are harmful to us and we don't want them to happen, are called as undesirable changes. Example for the undesirable changes are accident and the disasters. And spoiling of the food is some example for the undesirable changes. And these undesirable changes can once again we can make it into the desirable one by keeping the food items in the refrigerator so that we can prevent the spoiling of the food. See, this is how we can make use of the desirable changes into undesirable one by keeping the food items in the refrigerator. And one more is there, rusting of the iron article. See, all the iron articles will get rust when the moisture content in the atmosphere comes in contact with the iron article, it will becomes the rust. Rusting is nothing but the tukku in Kannada. See, tukku hidiyodu. Rusting of iron we can prevent by coating a layer of zinc over the iron article, so that we can prevent the rusting which is takes place in the iron article. See, these are the examples for the undesirable change, so that we can also make into the desirable one, that is keeping the food items in the refrigerator, and also rusting of iron can be prevented by coating a layer of a zinc over them. See, these are the examples of the undesirable change. See, like that some of the changes are desirable at some time, whereas some other substance which is undesirable at other time. For example, see, for example, while cooking we want fire to become so that the rice will become boiled, and thereby we get it. And see here, some changes are desirable at some time, whereas other time it is undesirable one. We want fire to light up while cooking the food items. See, we want fire while lighting up the cooking food or cooked. It is useful one or desirable one, where the same fire, if it burns to our belongings, it is undesirable one. It is undesirable, whereas this one is the desirable. See, the fire which we used to cook the food items and which is a desirable one at the particular time, it is useful to us. At the same fire, if it burns to our belongings, it is a undesirable one. See, this is how the changes at a particular situation it is useful, at a other situation it is harmful to us, and like that the desirable change and the undesirable change can be distinguished. And the next one is the similarly running of the air conditioner is desirable during summer season. See, air conditioner which are useful during the summer season. Which one is a desirable one? And the same air conditioner is harmful to us or during the winter season. And which is undesirable one. See, this is how some changes will be desirable, whereas some changes will be undesirable at a particular situation and particular time. See, desirable changes are those changes which can be useful to us and can be, we want them to take place or happen. Such changes are called as desirable changes, and undesirable changes are those changes we do not want them to happen and it is harmful to us, spoiling of the food and also the accidents. These are few examples of the undesirable change. See, desirable change, based on the situation, the fire is used to cook the food items and which is a desirable one, and the same fire if burns to our belongings, it is a undesirable one. And like that air conditioner, see, air conditioner is useful during the summer season and which is a desirable one, and the same fire if it burns to our belonging, this one is a undesirable one. See, like that we can distinguish the desirable change into undesirable change. So, in next class we will learn about some more changes. So, today let us wind up the class here. In the next class we will see some more changes. Thank you.